Alright, here we go.
Close the fucking live video, bro. Jesus.
Who?
Me. I had it open on my phone.
Alright, so we are live and we're wildin'. I just need to hit new comment again because it's gonna piss me off.
Is my audio coming in through?
Yeah. Since you're connected, we can hear. OBS is gonna hear everything you say, and then we can hear you because we have you on the TV. Hopefully, it doesn't double up. That'll suck.
Yeah.
But so welcome in. It's a room full of swag. Well, room full of football. Today it's just Young Pyramid and JJ the Great. We got our special guest Matt out here. I'm gonna fix the camera because holy shit. There we go, right there, bada boom.
Power to turn this to an ASMR video, huh?
A what?
I have the power to turn this into an ASMR video, right?
Yeah.
If I just eat these right in egg,
We might gain some new viewers. So we're gonna start today off with a little NHL finals. You know, it's going on right now. Colorado's in the finals. Take us away, Matt. Tell us how we got here, what we need to do to continue moving on, and how we're gonna get this cup brought home back to Colorado.
We got here by doing what we needed to do the last couple of years and getting out of the second round. First of all, we could not get out of the second round of the playoffs.
Yeah, the
for
problem
the last
was
3
the
years.
Avs were scared to play.
No, the problem was
Soft.
No, it wasn't that we were soft. We just whenever we would play a team that doesn't play our play style and they play the dump the puck into the zone and chase after it bullshit, that's what we would do, and that's not how we play. That's not how we're going to win the series.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what happened last night in Game 3. We got away from our style of just
Because they
outpace.
went down.
Yeah. Well, we outskate them any day of the week. Tampa is not a speed skating team. They're check you into the boards and overpower you type of team. And from what I saw last night, it just looked like we just couldn't get our feet and we couldn't create space in the neutral zone mainly.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night we got to get back to playing our game, because if we go into Tampa tomorrow night and we try to play their game again, we're going to lose again. And then we're coming back to Denver on Game 5 tied 2-2, and that's not a good situation.
What I think needs to happen is Kel needs to step up.
Kale just needed to be more assertive last night. He was too busy trying to create space. Kale just needs to do what Kale does. He just needs to outskate everybody and make space. He doesn't need to try to create space. He just needs to make space. Because that's what Kale and Nathan McKinnon do. When you can skate that fast, you can outskate anybody on that team easily. But they got too worried with trying to create space in the neutral zone.
So are the Avs the cutest team in the NHL?
Ooh, cutest?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Or does Connor McDavid and Draisaitl?
Fuck Connor McDavid with a capital F.
What about Austin Matthews?
Oh, he's pretty cute. That dude's pretty cute. But Cale Makar with that baby face?
Yeah, but that Croatia, you know, that shit's red all the way.
he does get real red. He does get real red. I would say they're up there in cutest teams in the NHL for sure. For sure.
All right. Well, that's all the NHL talk for today. Jordan obviously clueless of what we're talking about.
I'll speak NHL, bro.
But it's the Avs, bro. The Avs made it to the Cup for the first time since 2001.
That's right.
It's a Kentucky team, right?
Gotta have Colorado pride. If you like the Nuggets, you should like the Avs. They play in the same building.
They both play in the can. How do you not like the Avs?
Dude, I became a Nuggets fan based on the colors, bro.
The Avs are blue and red.
And white.
And white.
America.
Yeah.
He's about to go grab an Avs jersey. Or Nuggets jersey.
It's probably be like a Carmelo Anthony Nuggets jersey from 2007.
Or AI.
Beatrice is bringing my food.
Oh, yeah. That's a god in Dragon Ball Super.
Hell yeah. Just bring me my shit, bitch. Don't eat none of it.
Oh, because of the Rams. It's because of the Rams.
Dumb.
Literally because of the Rams. We got 3 viewers. That's the most we've ever had.
Hey,
What's up, viewers? Interact. Tell us some stuff. Ask us some questions. If you got NHL questions, we got a specialist here.
I wouldn't call me a specialist. I'd just call me a dedicated fan.
Yeah, he doesn't know about the other teams.
The other NHL teams? I know about most of them. Some of them are just too trash to follow.
You follow the Kings? Because that's what I got drafted to in NHL 22. Oh, yeah, we're undefeated.
Bro, you can't play on rookie mode. That don't count.
Hey,
That don't count.
I'm like right below.
That's like winning
All-Star.
9 Super Bowls just to pass Tom Brady in Madden, but
On
playing
rookie
on
mode.
rookie.
Who doesn't do that? That's the fun of it. All right, but we gonna get into some NFL talking about Madden.
Who plays 9 seasons in Madden?
You said what?
I said, who can play 9 seasons in Madden?
True. You do?
Bro, I still play Madden. I think it's like Madden 17 that I...
Yeah, but see, those older ones were pretty decent.
Yeah, they were great.
The new
Yeah.
ones,
Much.
the new ones just get worse.
Bro, in my Madden 17, Tom Brady is like here. He's got his like 5 Super Bowl rings at that time or whatever. Peyton Manning's up here because I play as Peyton Manning. Dude's got like 12 rings.
Why don't you just play as yourself?
Because I want to play as Peyton Manning. I want to play as somebody that is actually good at football, not somebody who wanted to be good at football.
All right, so I got a new tournament. We got the Who Would You Take? This is all under 10,000 rushing yards, so no Eddie George, no Marshall Faulk, nothing like that. There's no like way blown out leads in rushing yards and stuff. The stats are all pretty close. Now, this is all running backs. So we got running back number 1. He's been in the league for 7 years. He's played on 3 different teams. He amounted 7,174 yards, 49 touchdowns. He averaged 4.5 yards a carry and 72.5 yards a game. Running back 2, 6 years with 1 team. He's 1,000 yards behind with 6,180. 12 touchdowns behind with 37 touchdowns. He averages 4.3 yards a carry and 67.2 yards a game. Who are you guys taking?
Dude, them yards is kind of ass, man.
It's about 1,000 yards a year.
Yeah, but to get 1,000 yards, you only need like 60 yards a game.
Well, yeah, this dude did it in 67.2 yards a game.
What?
So he played... He was an average running back, is what you're saying.
No, all of these guys are what we consider to be good running backs.
They're all starting running backs.
Yep, every single one is a starting running back, either still in the league or retired.
Can I hear the yards to touchdown ratio again?
Yeah, so it's 7 years to 6 years. The yards is for the 7 year, he's about 996 yards ahead and 12 touchdowns ahead with 1 more year.
So he's a full season ahead.
Yeah.
Because that's 996 yards, like, unless you're fucking Derrick Henry, just running over people, getting close to 1,000-yard season, not everybody does it.
Nope. So are you taking the 6 guy who's been pretty steady, or the 7 year guy who also has been pretty steady?
I'm taking the 6-year guy that's been on 1 team. Because that shows he's been at least consistent enough to at least be a part.
Yeah. Jordan, you agree? All right, so we're going to go with player number 2. All
I have a
right.
vision, man. I gotta see these.
I know. You write them down. Go get pen and paper real quick. Write them down. Because Matt can see them all. I don't know if Christian's going to pull up midway through. If so, he'll get to see them.
Just got some new juice yesterday. Delicious.
I got zombified like a week ago. All right, so player 3 and player 4. You ready? All right. So player 3, 6 years on 1 team. This is going to be a blowout. I already know who's winning this one. 7,386 yards with 56 touchdowns. He had 4.5 yards a carry and 83.9 yards a game. Now, player 4 is about to get shit on because he played for 8 seasons.
So he's retired.
He had he had played for 3 teams, 6,017 yards, so 6,017. He only had 46 touchdowns, and he had 3.8 yards a carry and 62.7 yards a game.
Taking player 3, hands down.
How'd you even match these guys up?
I just went down a list. I literally just went in order of who I picked next.
What's the yards again?
6,017.
On the first guy?
Oh, 7,386.
Yeah, pretty easy, huh?
Yeah. Two less years and he's already 1,300, 13, almost 1,370. So player 3 moves on. All right. 5 and 6 are a little bit closer. Not really. This is another one where it's either yards or touchdowns because you got player 5 with 5 years. He has 1 team. Only amounted to 4,238 yards. You good?
What was the yard?
4,238.
Okay.
Only 47 touchdowns. But he has 4.6 yards a carry with 58.1 yards a game. Let me know when you're ready for player 6.
I'm ready.
All right, so player 6 is 4 years, 1 team as well. He has 4,816 for yards, so 4,816. But he only has 36 touchdowns. And then 5.3 yards a carry and 83 yards a game.
I'm taking 6.
Yeah, I'm taking 6. For me, it's not all about touchdowns or yards.
Yeah, he's shown.
Farmish.
Yeah. All right, so now we got 7 versus 8 matchup. This is a big jump in years for these two. So player 7 has 6 years in. He only played for 1 team. He had 6,797 yards, 6,797, 65 touchdowns.
Is the touchdowns only rushing touchdowns?
Yeah, just rushing
Okay.
touchdowns. All of this is just rushing stats. 4.9 yards a game and 79 yards a game, or 4.9 yards a carry and 79 yards a game. Now, again, player 8's probably going to get shit on for this because he's been in the league for 11 years. He played for 5 different teams. He amounted 5,490 yards, 5,490. Only 36 touchdowns. He had 4.3 yards a carry and only 41 yards a game. I'm just going to move 7 along.
Is that Cordell Patterson?
Nope. You will be shocked on who that is.
My guess was, honestly, my first guess looking at those stats was going to be Christian McCaffrey.
He's only been in the league for like 4 years.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
It's 2018. We graduated the same year in high school because I played against him in high school. He's been in the league since 2014.
No.
Technically 2015.
He's 2022, bro. He said it's 2018. I'm telling you. I'll show you, Christian.
He got drafted in 2015.
I almost put
No,
Christian McCaffrey in there.
No, that would have been 2014.
Is he still like on a rookie deal?
I guess 5 years. 5 years in. This will be his 6th year.
Damn.
And he's only had 3,500 yards. That's why I didn't put him in here because he didn't even break 4,000 yet.
Fair enough.
So 7, clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so now we got 9 and 10. Now, these guys are even on years and teams. This is also going to be a blowout. Player 9,
Jesus.
9 years with 2 teams, 8,167 yards, so 8,167, 68 touchdowns with 4.4 yards a carry and 64.8 yards a game. Then the second guy, 9 years, 2 teams, 6,335 yards, so 6,335 yards, 41 touchdowns, but he had 4.6 yards a carry and 52.4 yards a game. Now, in situations like this, you got to factor in injuries, split carries, stuff like that. Because, like, let's say Derrick Henry's going to have more than, Christian McCaffrey because he carries the ball 600 times.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think it's clear it's number 9. Yeah?
Fact.
Yeah. Was one of these guys Todd or something? Why you throw injuries in there?
I didn't put Todd in here, no. But because, like, that gap, there has to be an injury or something, right?
Yeah. Bro, you gotta start doing games played, man.
Yeah, I should. But I'm telling you, all of these guys are people that, growing up, they were main stars. Like, they were big-name running backs in their prime. So, all right. Now we're moving on to 11 and 12. We've got 3 more matchups in the first round. All right, player 11. This player has the most yards in his career, but he also played for 10 years with 3 teams. ASMR.
Exactly.
Except that's loud as fuck. All right, so 10 years, 3 teams, 9,651 yards. So he barely made the cut for this under 10,000 club. He amounts 55 touchdowns with 4.5 yards a carry and 74.2 yards a game. And then player 12, he only played for 8 years so far. He had 2 teams. His yards is 6,527, so 6,527, with 54 touchdowns, so only 1 less touchdown, 2 less years. He averaged 4.4 yards a carry, but 81.6 yards a game.
I'm taking 12.
You're taking the 8-year guy?
I mean, just 1 less touchdown and he's more per game.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going 12.
And his yards per carry is 0.1 yard less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so now we got 13 and 14. This is another gapped one, so you're gonna have to do some math in your head. These ones are pretty close in like the average yards a carry and game. So player 13, 5 years with 1 team. He's at 4,564 yards. He's had 33 touchdowns. He's averaging 4.1 yards a carry and 69.2 yards a game. Now, player 14, he's been in the league for 9 years, 5 teams. He had 6,554 yards, so about 2,000 more yards in 4 more years. He had 42 touchdowns, so about 9 more touchdowns. Well, exactly 9. That one's no about. 4.1 yards a carry as well, but only 68.3 yards a game.
That's Cordell.
The 9-year guy?
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
I'm taking player 13.
I can't reveal anything until.
I'd go 13.
All right, 13 moves on. All right, now we got 15 and 16. 15's about to get shit on. You know what? This might be Christian McCaffrey.
No, he's got to have more than 30 touchdowns.
So he has 5 years and one team. Only 3,587 yards.
We say only like we could do better personally.
No, we couldn't. 30 touchdowns. But he does average 4.6 yards a carry and 61.8 yards a game. So he's kind of like higher up on the yards per carry,
That
but
might
like
be
about
Christian.
average on the yards a game.
That might be Christian.
Now, I do know all of these players. I wrote them down, so at the end of this whole tournament, I'll go over it all. All right, so player 16. He has 7 years with 2 teams. He's at 6,144 yards. He has 53 touchdowns. Only averaged 4.2 yards a carry. But he does average 62.7 yards a game. So almost 1 full yard more a game, but 0.4 yards less per carry. 2 years, though, almost 2,500 yards.
Yeah, I'd go 16 because the 2,500 yards and 23 extra touchdowns.
Yeah, you go with 16?
Yep.
All right. Now we
You
move
need
on to
2
round
good
2.
seasons to match that.
You need 2 top tier running back seasons to
Yeah,
match
like
that.
1,200 yards and like at least 12 touchdowns.
Hey, who won the first matchup again?
So it's 2 and 3. I'll tell you them. So 2 is 6 years, 1 team, 6,180 yards, so 6,180, with 37 touchdowns, 4.3 yards a carry, and 67.2 yards a game.
Yep, I'm going 3.
You already got 3 on there?
Oh, I'm looking at it. I mean, he's like shitting on him and everything.
All right.
Yeah, it's definitely 3.
All right, so we're going 3. Now we got the 6 and the 7. That one's a little closer. The touchdowns is a bit, but the yards, like,
That's almost 2,000 yards difference.
yeah, it's like 1,900.
For an average
Well,
running back,
almost
that's
2,000.
3 years. For an average
But I'm
running
telling
back.
you, all of these guys are not average. Like, all of these guys. Huh?
I think I'm going 6 because if he just has 2 1,000-yard seasons, he'll pass him at the same amount of time.
But what about the touchdowns?
If he can just get 10 touchdowns per season,
He would have to have, like,
56, he'd be down there. No, if he can get like 13, 14 touchdowns per season,
he'll be
he'll
pretty
be right
close.
with them.
Yeah.
He's got a higher yards per carry and a higher yards per game.
You good with 6?
6 and 7?
Yeah, literally, like, right there.
Yeah.
All right, so 6 moves on to phase 3. Now we
I
got...
think it's reachable to me.
Yeah,
I'd say.
it definitely is, especially only 4 years in.
Yeah.
All right, so now we got 9 and 12. So 9 is the 9 years, 2 teams, 81-67, 68 touchdowns, 4.4 yards a carry, and 64.8 yards a game. And then 8 seasons, 2 teams, 65-27 for yards, 54 touchdowns, 4.4 yards a carry, and 81.6 yards a game. That one's close.
Man, them TDs.
Yeah, but them yards.
Yeah, but yards don't win football games. Touchdowns do.
He definitely cannot catch this guy in 1 year. That's 1,600. I mean, he could, but a 9th year back,
True.
1,600 yards. That's a tough feat.
But he's averaging 81.6, so he's probably on the decline.
But I mean,
Yeah.
12 is an 8-year back.
That's what I'm saying. The 8-year back has 1,500, 1,600 less yards. But he also has fucking almost 20 more touchdowns. So there it is. Yards or touchdowns.
That'd be 1,387 yards if he did his average.
Oh, So he would be right under?
Yeah, he'd still be about what?
About 250 yards or so, 300 yards.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. I think 9.
You're going 9? All right, you go with 9?
Yeah.
I'm guessing 12 had like an injury or something that kept his
Yeah.
yards per game high.
And he just got in the red zone a lot.
Or he plays for somebody that doesn't run the ball.
Maybe. But he is getting 81 yards a game.
No, my guess is like somewhere between like his like 6th and 8th year, he probably got hurt, which kept his yards per game higher.
Yeah.
Where a 9-year guy probably played the whole time, so his numbers are starting to go down. It's just my guess.
All right, so now we got 13 and 16. 13 with 5 years, one team, 45-64 for yards, 33 touchdowns, 4.41 and 69.2. And then 16, 7 years, 2 teams, 61-44, 53 and 4.2 and 62.7.
I'm taking 16 in that one.
You got to look, though. He's 1,500 yards in 2 years,
I
20
like
touchdowns
13.
in 2 years. He's averaging more yards a game, 0.1 less per carry.
And he's 2 years older.
Yeah, 16's 2 years older. So in 2 years, this guy only has to have about 1,600 yards, a little less, and only 20 touchdowns.
Yeah.
You're going
10
16?
touchdowns
No.
a season.
You're going-
I'm switching 13.
All right.
I'm with you on that.
Now the fun part, the final 4. These are where the top tier running backs come out. We got 3 and 6. So 6 years, one team, 73-86 yards, 56 touchdowns, 4.5 yards a carry, and 83.9 yards a game. And then 4 years, one team, 48-16, 36 touchdowns, 5.3 yards a carry, and 83 yards a game. Now this one's a little closer because in 2 years he needs to basically have 2,500 yards and 20 touchdowns. So the 20 touchdowns is honestly not a top, like a bad feat to catch, but unless he stays on the trajectory that he's on, it's gonna be hard to catch up to that yards.
I like 3
You like 3?
because it's he's there, and it's like a long shot for 6 to get there. Like basically,
Yeah.
he's done it longer. Is what I'm
All
saying.
right, so we're going 3.
He's a seasoned veteran, is
All
what
right,
you're
now we
saying.
got 9 and 13. So 9 is 9 years, 2 teams, 81-67 with 68 touchdowns, 4.4 yards a game and 4.4 yards a carry and 64.8 yards a game. And then 13, 5 years, one team, 45-64 with 33 touchdowns, 4.1 yards a carry and 69.2 yards a game. So 9 and 13. What do you think, Jordan?
I think I'm gonna go 9 for the same reason. Like he's there already, and their like averages are pretty close.
9?
Yeah.
All right, so 9 verse 3.
I mean, I thought about 13 for a split second just because he's younger, but
Now, who do you got? 3 or 9? This one and this one.
9 years, 6 years, 4.5. Ooh. I think I'm taking 3. He's got more left in the tank.
Jordan's MIA right now.
He's doing stuff and things.
Oh, sorry, everybody just walked in. at the
No,
same
you're good.
time.
Who do you got, 9 or 3?
9 or 3.
Nobody's active today. That sucks.
I think I like 9.
Ooh, so we got the classic split. We got
'Cause,
Why are you taking 9?
just because, like, so he's got 3 more years. Ooh.
yeah, 3 more years and only 1,000 more yards. Also, only 12 more touchdowns.
Yeah, never mind. I would go 3. I was thinking 9 because it's hard for running backs to reach that far, and like compared to everyone else with the same amount of numbers, he's doing pretty well. But all 3 needs is like one more good elite year, and he's basically past him.
All right, so we're going to go over. Number 1, 7 years, 3 teams. 7,174 yards, 49 touchdowns, 4.5 yards a carry, and 72.5 yards a game. Who do you think that is?
The first guy?
Yeah. I don't think you wrote it down.
I wasn't listening.
All right, so he only played 7 years. He played for 3 different teams. He had 7,174 yards, 49 touchdowns. He averaged 4.5 yards a carry and 72.5 yards a game.
We had this dude lose.
Yeah, to number 2.
I don't know if I would have if I seen it on paper.
Yeah, but would you have lost to 3? Because 3's basically demolished his numbers in a year less.
No,
He would have lost to 3, but I think he's definitely better than 2.
Okay, so number 1 is DeMarco Murray.
All right.
Okay.
All right, number 2, 6 years and 1 team, 6,180 yards, 37 touchdowns, 4.3 yards a carry, and 67.2 yards a game. Now, let me tell you, this guy had his career cut short due to a felony. Who's your guess?
Ray Rice.
It is 100% Ray Rice. Number 2 is Ray Rice. Now, in real time, who would you rather have, DeMarco Murray or Ray Rice, without seeing the numbers?
Probably DeMarco because I saw much more of DeMarco Murray.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Number 3, we got the winner here. Number 3. 6 years, 1 team, 7,386 yards, 56 touchdowns.
Why are you laughing?
Because 4.5 yards a carry and 83.9 yards a game. It's because Jordan and Christian shit on this man so much. They call him a bum. They say he's a scrub. They say he's a scrub. This man's is. It is Ezekiel Elliott.
What?
You lowered the bar for him.
How?
You only put guys who didn't get 10,000 yards.
That's because when I started doing it, the guys that I thought would be above 10,000 yards were not. I could literally, because without doing like Barry, Walter, like all of the people
Frank
that,
Gore.
yeah, well, no, the people that say are like the greats, the people that say they're the greatest, I couldn't put those in there. So like when I did it, Marshall Faulk and Eddie George, there was like nobody else, and LaShawn McCoy. LaShawn McCoy like barely broke 10,000. So he's not on the list. But everybody else I put on this list wasn't even close. So I couldn't do it.
List?
Huh?
Bro, you threw Cordell Patterson in a list with Ezekiel Elliott.
Cordell Patterson is not on this list.
Oh, well, you said it earlier, so...
I said maybe. I wanted to push your buttons.
Hold on. When we're done listing all these guys, and then I show it back to you, the guys you put on the same list with Ezekiel Elliott.
Ray Rice and DeMarco Murray, bro?
Oh, good running backs, but like Zeke is like in that class with them.
All right, well, we're going to keep moving on. This next one is definitely the worst one on the list based off of, like, fame, I guess. Like, based off of how big he was compared to the rest of them. So, number 4, 8 years, 3 teams, only 6,017 yards, 46 touchdowns, 3.8 yards a carry, and 62.7 yards a game. So when I tell you that, like based off of like his notoriety, who do you think it is? Like he's probably
Like he was a starting running back for a little bit.
yeah, like he was not like somebody that people were going after.
Is he retired now?
Yes.
Oh, he's retired?
Is it Clinton Portis?
No. No, that's somebody people liked. Like people wanted him on their team. Like,
I mean, yeah, but once he left Denver and went to Washington,
he was good there for like 2 years.
for 2 years.
This is Cedric Benson.
What?
That's what I'm saying. He wasn't like a flashy guy. He wasn't like he wasn't popular. He put up numbers.
Rest in peace.
He died.
Yeah,
When?
Damn.
like 2 years ago. Or maybe last year.
All right, so this next guy, Christian would be very disappointed he didn't make the list and lost to Cedric Benson. Oh, no, he didn't. He lost to number 6. Okay. All right, so number 5 is 5 years, 1 team, 4,238 yards, 47 touchdowns, 4.6 yards a carry, and 58.1 yards a game. Alvin Kamara.
But receiving really helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Receiving really kills Alvin Kamara's rushing stats.
Yeah.
Just like Christian McCaffrey. Well, McCaffrey's health now kills it,
You
but
done?
you want them?
If you're done.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right.
Cedric Benson died August 17, 2019.
Oh.
From
That's
what?
A while ago.
36 years old.
Let us take the time.
Motorcycle accident.
Moment of silence for Cedric Benson. Let Lord Young Pyramid rest over you. All right. Number 6. This one should be easy. Jordan, do you have a guess of number 6 before we do it?
How many teams?
1 team. So 4 years, 1 team, 48, 16 yards, 36 touchdowns, averaging 5.3 yards a carry and 83 yards a game.
Still playing?
Yeah. Same
Is
team.
this Saquon?
Nope.
No?
What conference was he in?
AFC North.
AFC North. Le'Veon Bell.
1 team.
Oh, yeah.
This one is Nick Chubb.
Uh,
So Alvin Kamara definitely lost to a respectable person.
Oh, yeah. Nick Chubb is, even now, he's a top-tier running back.
Yep. All right, number 7. Shames me that he lost to Nick Chubb. 6 years, 1 team, 6,797 yards, 65 touchdowns, 4.9 yards a carry, and 79 yards a game. It's my boy, Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry only has 65 touchdowns?
His first 2 seasons, he sat behind DeMarco Murray and ran the ball like a combined total of 125 times.
Yep.
and he missed like the second half of this season.
Yep.
Yeah, but he's still...
He was still 6th in rushing.
Yeah, he was
yards
top...
and touchdowns. Yep. Derrick Henry's a beast. But I guess he lost to Nick Chubb. What a sad day. All right, number 8. 11 teams.
11 years.
11 years, 5 teams.
11 teams, 5 years.
5,490 yards, 36 touchdowns, 4.3 yards a carry, and 41 yards a game. After looking at these stats, I might say he's the biggest bust running back to come out of college. Who do you think, Jordan?
In the last how long?
30 years.
This is just rushing?
Just rushing.
What is it, Reggie Bush?
Reggie Bush.
Oh, yeah.
But his receiving helps him, though.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing about Saints running backs. Their offense is just set up to where you have to be a receiving back.
Think about Drew Brees' offenses.
Yeah.
All right, number 9. 9 years, 2 teams, 8,167 yards, 68 touchdowns, 4.4 yards a carry, 64.8 yards a game. Lost in the finals to Ezekiel Elliott, very respectable loss. Number 9, Maurice Jones-Drew.
I would not have guessed that.
You ain't here, bro.
I know.
Put them hands on you.
Bro.
Oh, so that was the finals? It was down to Maurice Jones-Drew and Zeke?
Yeah. I got to send him these stats and see who he picks. Maurice Jones-Drew is like Christian's all-time favorite running back.
Why?
I don't know.
Because dude was the same height and size as Christian.
That's us.
Dude, wasn't he like 5'6"?
He was 5'8".
Still, comparatively
But he was
to
like, what was he, like 225?
You thick boy.
he was built like a brick shit house.
Yeah. I
You
know.
know
I'm
who
a
he
Titans
works for
fan.
now?
I had to deal with him.
So you know who he works for now?
Who? Alabama? Los Angeles Rams?
Yep.
He works for you guys? As a running
Yeah.
back coach or what?
Nope, he just like sits outside and comments on us.
He's just like, man, these boys are looking nice. They just won a Super Bowl.
Bro, he was sitting outside for that. I'm not even kidding.
All right. Number 10. This one kind of shocked me that he wasn't part of the 10,000 club. 10 years, 3 teams, 9,651
You're
yards.
reading 11.
Oh, 9 years, 2 teams. My bad. Oh, that makes it even worse. That's why I was so shocked. All right. So 9 years, 2 teams, 6,335 yards, 41 touchdowns, 4.6 yards a carry, and 52.4 yards a game. Growing up, this was one of my favorite running backs.
Is he still playing?
He is
Oh.
retired. He's been retired for about 8 years, probably.
Medically
Well-
retired?
Nope, I don't think so. Maybe. I figure a lot of running backs retire because of medical shit. But
Because there's...
I'll give you a hint. NFC West. Or North. NFC East. NFC East. Yep. NFC
What
East.
is?
NFC East.
NFC least.
Yeah.
Is he a Giants player?
Nope.
Eagles?
Mm-hmm.
Was it
Darren
Lash-
Sproles? No. Oh, is it like West?
Uh-huh.
Oh, God. He was good.
Not really.
He ended with the 40. I mean, he had hands, bro. You keep taking all these guys' receiving yards.
Them Grizzly pieces are gross.
Mm-hmm.
He ended with the 49ers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name, man.
Brian Westbrook.
Yes.
Bro, I thought he was so much better than that.
Dude, I'm telling you, that man had some hands.
Better than Alvin Kamara.
No.
Probably not as good, but he was good too.
Well, if we're just speaking hands-wise, it's probably pretty close. But as far as skill set in general, no.
Yeah. All right. Number 11. 10 years, 3 teams, 9,651 yards, 55 touchdowns, 4.5 yards a carry, and 74.2 yards a game. Now this
Hey,
man's... Huh?
Wait, before you keep going, bro, you took 30 touchdowns away from Brian Westbrook and 4,000 yards.
From receiving?
Yeah.
Jesus.
That is a lot.
Touchdowns alone, man. He robbed him.
That is a lot. Now, with number 11, he had the most potential out of like any running back on this list, and then just let it all go to waste.
For what? Drugs?
He's still playing?
I think he retired finally.
Not Adrian Peterson, is it?
Nope.
No, Adrian
yeah.
Peterson has got to be over 10,000 yards.
AP's at like 11, I think.
You said he is retired? Was he mostly NFC, AFC?
About half and half.
Damn. How many teams?
3. I think the third team, though, was like his last team he played for and then just retired. You have no guess?
I'm stumped.
It's Mr. 2K himself, Chris Johnson.
Oh, I should have guessed that.
Oh yeah, he definitely had the most potential.
And then he just let it go to waste because he took one big hit.
And he got stabbed.
He got stuck.
That was like year 8 or 9, though, bro. All right, moving on to 12. 12 had 8 years, 2 touchdowns, or 2 teams. Could you imagine 8 years, 2 touchdowns? 8 years, 2 teams, 6,527 yards, 54 touchdowns, 4.4 yards a carry, and 81.6 yards a game.
Is this Brandon Jacobs?
No. This is an AFC South running back as well.
Leonard Fournette?
Nope.
No, he hasn't been in for 8 years.
This
Has
guy's retired as of like 2016 or so. I don't know the exact time, but
You said NFC South?
AFC South.
AFC South.
He tore up the Titans defense. It's Arian Foster.
Yeah, I love Arian Foster.
And somehow you guys let him beat Chris Johnson.
Dog, if Arian Foster didn't have that first year where he didn't do nothing, these numbers would be even better, dog.
Yeah, if Chris Johnson didn't have Lindell White taking all the touchdowns away from him, his numbers would be better.
Yeah, if he didn't have Lindell White, he would have been hurt because he was a skinny stick.
All right, we're moving on to 13. 5 years, 1 team. 4,564 yards, 33 touchdowns, 4.1 yards a carry, and 69.2 yards a game.
Is that Christian McCaffrey?
No.
No.
Is he still playing?
He is still in the league.
Is it Saquon?
Nope.
No.
He was an AFC. I almost put Saquon, but Saquon only has like 3,000 yards.
Yeah, man. You said he's AFC?
Mm-hmm.
What
5
division?
years?
AFC North. Jordan's favorite fantasy player.
Mine?
Your favorite fantasy running back. That didn't give him away?
Oh, Jonathan Taylor?
No, bro.
I don't
For
even
the
have
last
Jonathan Taylor.
for the like the last 4 years, you've picked this guy in fantasy.
I don't know.
Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon.
Oh, God.
I was trying to think of AFC North running backs.
And you're like,
Christian robbed me of Joe this year, bro.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, I didn't have him.
Damn. Alright, so we're moving on to 14. 9 years, 5 teams. 6,554 yards, 42 touchdowns, 4.1 yards a carry, and 68.3 yards a game.
How many teams?
5.
5. No, 9. Not 5. 5 teams, 9 years.
Jesus.
Yeah. He was a cancer. I don't think he's in the NFL no more, but he might be.
It's not Le'Veon Bell, is it?
Is it?
Le'Veon Bell.
I was gonna, has he played for 5 teams? I know he's been on the roster, but has he played? Does that count?
He's on the Steelers, Ravens,
Jets.
Jets. Was
Card-
it the Chiefs?
oh,
Chiefs.
Chiefs. I don't think he took a snap for them, but there was one other team.
Dang.
Didn't he go to the Raiders?
No, that was
No, that was Antonio Brown.
no, he didn't go to the Raiders either.
Antonio Brown?
Yeah.
Yes, he did. He forced his way out of the
Oh
team.
yeah, he did. He froze his feet.
Because they told him that he couldn't use his fucking his helmet, his old helmet.
It's Baltimore. Oh, and he played for Tampa.
I thought he was
3 games in Tampa.
That was when they won the Super Bowl.
He had 8 rushes for 18 yards.
Fuck yeah, 3 yard, 3.1 yards a carry.
In Baltimore, he had 31 rushes for 83 yards.
Ooh.
He played for 2 teams, 2 different years. He went from Pittsburgh to the Jets, then to Kansas City, back to the Jets. Oh no, he probably went from the Jets to Kansas City halfway through the season. And then he went to Baltimore and Tampa.
I'm glad he didn't make it out of the first round of this. Because that dude.
All right, so we got 15. This is Christian McCaffrey. We've already disclosed that like at the beginning. 5 years, one team, 3,587 yards, 30 touchdowns, 4.6 yards a carry, and 61.8 yards a game. I'm sure he's missing a lot for receiving stats, but we're not doing that.
It's Christian
Not that
McCaffrey.
much.
Really?
He only played like, what, 2 full years?
Well, when I was looking it up, he had like three seasons with 16 games, but I'm sure he didn't play like full games.
I mean, Le'Veon probably got screwed out of them receiving yards.
Yeah, Le'Veon, when he was in
True.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's missing out on 3,000 yards and 17 touchdowns.
That is kind of a lot,
Yeah,
especially for only 5 years. All right, so number 7's probably the second least, like,
Number 7.
I mean, number
6.
16. I looked at 7. Number 16 is probably the second least, like, popping guy. He was big coming out of college, kind of had, like, on and off seasons, and now he's kind of like a split back. Got 7 years, two teams, still currently playing AFC West.
Melvin Gordon.
Yep.
It's Melvin Gordon. I fucking knew it.
6,144 yards, 53 touchdowns, 4.2 yards a carry, and 62.7 yards a game.
Yeah, that screams Melvin Gordon.
That's not bad.
No.
That's not bad. Bro, you should have put Lamar or Michael Vick on here just to be funny.
I should look up the stats for that.
George Payton, if you're listening, release Melvin Gordon, please.
Could you imagine?
We don't want him on the Broncos. Just roll with Javonte Williams, please.
We don't want to.
Lamar's got to be close to 3,000 yards rushing, right?
I mean, he had one season where he had like 1,000.
Rushing. Okay, here we go. So he is at
3,600.
Yeah, I'm going to write it down real quick to see how it compares. So, 4 years.
He probably don't have that many touchdowns though.
3, 6, 7, 3.
He
He has 21 touchdowns.
He's got 9 less than Christian McCaffrey in one less year and 200 less yards. No, he's got more yards.
He's got more yards than Christian McCaffrey.
Michael Vick got 36 rushing touchdowns.
So he needs to step it up. How many yards did Michael Vick have?
6,109.
And what was his yards per carry? It's probably like 5.4 is what I'm going to guess.
Seven.
7 yards a carry.
First all time.
Well, yeah. Lamar's at 6.
Oof.
How many yards a game did Vic average?
You say per game?
Yeah, per game.
It's not pulling up easily.
Let me see if I can find it.
Alright,
36
that.
touchdowns, 7 yards. 42.7 yards a game.
For quarterback.
Lamar's averaging 63.3 yards a game.
That's great for quarterback.
But Vic was in the league for a long time.
True. Them last years, he probably wasn't running that much.
No, but back in his prime, but you know, before the dogfighting scandal.
All right, so that finishes that. We're at 57 minutes now after the NHL talk and the tournament talk. You got anything to add, Jordan?
Can we talk about the GOAT retiring today?
Rob Gronkowski. He ain't retired, bro. He's Tom Brady's. I guarantee you, mark my words. Tom Brady calls him by week 5.
What if they're 0-5?
He's definitely calling.
Tom Brady calls him by week 5, whether they're 5-0 or 0-5.
But I'm not coming out of retirement if we're 0-5.
You can still make the playoffs.
Win.
Bro, they could go on a 12-game winning streak. Go 12-7 and win the NFC South.
12-7.
12-5.
5.
And there's 17 games.
12-5.
12-5.
Yeah.
Win the NFC South, because let's be honest. The Saints ain't going to do shit if they have Taysom Hill.
No, it's Jameis Winston.
Mr. Crab Legs himself eating a W.
Yes,
No.
he is the GOAT.
No, bro.
He is the GOAT interviewer, bro.
Interviewer, yes. On the field, I mean, hey, Jameis did get LASIK. You never know.
Bro, he had 148 yards with 5 touchdowns. Week 1.
Ah.
Skewed his numbers, though.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Can't believe that Ezekiel Elliott won this tournament, though.
I mean, look who you put him against, though, is what I'm saying.
DeMarco Murray, Ray Rice.
Hold on. Are any of these guys Hall of Famers?
Derrick Henry, yes.
Yes.
Is he?
He will be.
Not if he retired right now.
Yes, he would.
He had 2,000 yards.
Jamal Lewis ain't making it in the Hall of Fame. Chris Johnson ain't in the Hall of Fame.
Chris Johnson should be in the Hall of Fame.
Well, I'm just saying, they had the 2,000 yards.
Chris Johnson's just retired. He can't even make the Hall of Fame yet.
He didn't just retire.
Bro, he retired in what, 2020?
My
No. No, it was years ago. It had to be like 2017.
2018.
He hasn't played since 2017.
Let's see.
I mean, Derrick Henry might not have much longer with how much the Titans run him ragged, though.
That's what I'm saying.
They're giving that dude 700 carries a season.
These running backs, one day they're the man, and then all of a sudden they're like splitting back, and they're out of the league all of a sudden.
Chris Johnson believes he has Hall of Fame credentials.
Maybe on a slow year.
9,600 yards, 55 touchdowns. That's not Hall of Fame.
Is Frank Gore a Hall of Famer?
Yes. Man's played 20 years.
But for the last decade, he's been mediocre at best.
Okay, still amounted a shit ton of fucking yards.
1,600 exactly.
Isn't he third on the all-time
I thought it was
list?
like 1601 is what he got.
Oh, is he? Well, still, 1,600 yards, huh?
16,000.
I don't care about all-purpose yards.
16,000 exactly.
Oh, damn.
But only 81 touchdowns. That's what I'm saying. Chris Johnson had like 30 less touchdowns. Not even.
And 7,000 less yards.
Yeah, but he didn't play that many years.
Because he couldn't make it there.
Dude could run fast. That's about it. He was agile, he could run fast.
This man's played 16 years.
Bruh, you're talking about like the touchdowns, like if he just racked them all up his whole career. His last 3 years, he had 5 touchdowns.
Well, his best season, he only had 10 touchdowns. His best rushing season, he had 8 touchdowns that year. 1,700 yards, 8 touchdowns.
The longevity, bro, is what I'm saying.
He did have longevity. That is for sure.
Yeah.
Man's had, he was still 653 yards, 599 yards, 722 yards.
Out of all the
961
people you
yards.
put Chris Johnson against, Zeke against, Chris Johnson has the best chance to make the Hall of Fame.
Derrick Henry.
Not if he retired right now, is what I'm saying.
I'd put Derrick Henry in the Hall of Fame just for his stiff arm highlights. That alone is Hall of Fame worthy.
If Steven Jackson ain't in, I ain't putting Derrick Henry in.
Derrick Henry is better than Steven Jackson.
Maybe at their prime, but can he make it there though?
Yes.
We'll see.
You have a biased opinion. You're a Titans fan.
He's a Rams fan. That's why he's saying Steven Jackson.
I'm not saying Steven Jackson.
Yeah, but Steven Jackson is retired. Has been retired. Derrick Henry is still alive and well and running people over. Throw it. He's probably going to throw Josh Norman another 6 yards again this year.
Bro, Derrick Henry is over half the amount of yards in literally half the years.
Yeah, and Steven Jackson hit that wall, and then his last 3 years was just nothing.
Okay, but what was Frank Gore's rushing attempts average throughout his career? Because Derrick Henry is averaging at least 300 a year. Just attempts. Just his rushing attempts.
All right, let's go. 3,735 divided by 16. 233.
Exactly. So Derrick Henry is getting 70 more rushing attempts a year.
All right, let's see. 1401. 233. What's up, fella? Same exact. The exact same, bro.
I still don't think Derrick Henry's gonna. He ain't gonna make it to 12 years.
He doesn't need to. He's going to have 2 more 2,000-yard seasons.
No, he's not.
Yes, this year he is shattering the record,
No,
bro.
he's not.
Yes,
no,
he
he's
is.
not. Coming back from, what was it, his Achilles?
Bro. Have you seen him?
Yeah, dude's built like a brick shithouse.
Have you seen his workouts?
Yeah.
He is doing everything flawlessly. Huh?
Have you seen Adrian Peterson? He ain't doing it still.
Adrian Peterson wasn't doing workouts like Derrick Henry is.
They didn't have that technology back then.
Are you crazy?
Adrian Peterson started playing football when Jesus Christ himself was a carpenter.
Are you talking about Walter Payton? Jim Brown? Bo Jackson?
The most notable thing Adrian Peterson has done since he tore his ACL is beat his child with a switch. For discipline.
I got beat with the switch all the time.
Yeah, look at you. Not in the NFL.
Go. I'm literally a god, bro. Young Pyramid. You think we're getting banned from YouTube for that comment?
I hope so.
They're just like, detected lie. You're banned off of YouTube.
I told you why I got banned on Facebook, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you called Zuckerberg a bitch.
I called it. No, I said Mark Zuckerfuck is a bitch. And then they responded.
Our live just ends. Matt detected.
Your account gets banned because of me. Yeah, we noticed that you were in a live video with this guy. Banned. Straight to Facebook jail.
That's been Roomful of Football. That was the least active our chat has ever been, but probably because we started an hour and a half later than normal. But yeah, it's been good, fellas. Jordan, if you want to do Discord every time so you don't have to drive all the way down there, we can. Or you can keep coming down here. It doesn't really change anything, to be honest. I'm going to get out of this. Y'all have a good night. Rest easy. See you next week.